What up, it's your boy Dvrth back out again with another video, and today we're here with Erased episode 2. Last episode we got introduced to Satoru, introduced to Satoru's mom, and then we saw Satoru's mom die, get killed. A lot of ups and downs in that last episode. We learned about the whole revival thing, which is he goes back 1 to 5 minutes every time he sees like a butterfly or something like that, which means that something bad is about to happen. Now, at the end of this episode, or at the end of the last episode, he had another revival, only he went way back. Which means that he's basically going to be a child trying to figure out how to solve the murder. A 29-year-old in the body of a child trying to figure out a murder. The potential for this to be entertaining is astronomical. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Erased or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media links, gonna be in the description below. We have Patreon if you want these episodes early. We have Discord if you want to talk more Erased or anything else that we're watching on the show or on the channel. So with all that being said, let me get my headphones, make sure they're on. I turned them off. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. This shit is catchy as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But then again, it is Asian Kung Fu generation. Who would have guessed they make catchy intros? Who would have guessed? Oh man, having to get used to being in school again. Not only that, like elementary, that's gotta be tough. Right, why did you go back so far? Is it just because you were that desperate? Yes. God, he's a homie for real. I do wonder if this is the only revival that he'll have to go through, or will there be multiple? Oh my fucking god! That's a bad mom. Let me chill out, bro. Yeah, that's gotta be so nostalgic. Like going back in time and like eating like your mom's cooking again and like you're a kid, like as crazy as the circumstances are, this has got to be so refreshing. Yeah. Damn. See, that's another aspect of this that I didn't really think about, is that he's getting to appreciate being a kid again. Nice. Okay, so really make sure that you don't fuck it up this time. Her. And to make sure she doesn't disappear. Oh. Oh god. Oh, she's being abused at home. Oh god. Oh, she's definitely being abused. God damn it. Bro, that 5-year-old looks like he pulls more bitches than me. Why? You know what? If he gets him closer to her, then that's fine. Okay, you're loud. You're loud as fuck. Right. Oh god. Kid shit again. Lovely. Oh. Okay, good start. Oh my god, that's... Oh no, I see where this is going. I hate this. Who would you want me to kill? Oh. The Yuki guy, or whatever his name actually was. God damn, this animation is like really extremely pretty. Like, I just wonder what what specifically did she mean by that? What a great friend. Oh shit. Right, that's a great question. When did she disappear? I see dripped out all the time. Now, him saying that, I would hope that they're safe, but we could use them to find the killer. We could use all the help that we can get. Also, we can't rule out that Satoru is the only person, or we can't like just go ahead and say that Satoru is the only person that can do the whole revival thing. It could totally be possible that other kids can do it. Damn. Oh, dude, she's so getting abused. What the That's a kind of freedom that somebody that's caged would want. Oh man, that's... Oh dude, that is... Okay. Okay, so he's... Right, he needs to make friends. He needs to get people close to him. And if he can... Right. If he can get people closer, if he can like kind of change how people think specifically her, might be able to save some people. Okay. Right, so the current mission is just to help her out. Yeah, okay, that sucks. Sucks. Sometimes you do gotta fake it till you make it. Feels like right, faking it until you make it. Ah, that's where that comes into play. Man, that is. Oh my god!
でもたかが10歳の女の子がそんなに強いわけない。
まだわかんない。最初にひなずきに渡そうって決めてたから。
Well, that's
3月2日だから。
nice.
来てくれるよね。うん。
She needed that.
藤沼、手冷たくない？けど、手袋どっかに置き忘れちゃったみたいなんだ。
Ah, sweet. Nice.
おい、29歳しっかりして。
You're 29 years old. Get a hold of yourself.
まあ、少し話しやすい。
Okay. まあ、
nice.
ひなずきに嘘をつかないって決めたからな。
Ah.
出てた。
Nice. Smooth operator.
雪が溶けた後だった。
Oh, damn.
こんな公園でひなずきを一人ぼっちにさせない。
Right.
俺は
Gotta make sure she doesn't disappear.
俺は未来を変えたい。
Whew, fuck, bro. This is get really real. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I like it. I like where this is going. This mystery is okay. But I mean, we still don't have leads on who the killer is, though. That's the problem. That we still don't have any leads on who the killer is. And if we can't at least get, like, if we can't at least figure out why people get killed, we're screwed. This song is kind of going hard, though. Hang on. Oh, okay. Okay, this is making it to the playlist. This is definitely making it to the playlist. That it? Yep. Okay. Well. Ooh. Okay. That was heavy. That was a very heavy episode. Let me stop this before it actually goes to the next episode, because I don't give a fuck. That was heavy. That was heavy. First of all, the whole 18-year revival thing, while it's a way that we can stop the murders. It's a way that Satoru can stop the murders from happening, or solve the murders, whatever he does. What this actually does for him is it has him appreciate his life a little bit more. As we said, he's really cynical when we first meet him. He's very like downbeat. He doesn't really care much for anything that's going on around him. He seems depressed. He seems low on he's just low energy. He doesn't care, right? And it's mostly because, like I said, his life had some major downs. Like, he had some major regrets in his life that stuck with him all through his 29 years of living. But his life wasn't horrible. Like, his life wasn't he didn't have a terrible life. So going back, or at least as far as we know as of right now, going back shows he has like this different appreciation. I like that they had the moment where his mom's making like a home cooked meal. You know, it's what I'm going to assume is like one of his favorites. He gets to smell his mom's cooking again and all this other stuff. Whereas in the beginning, no. In the beginning, she makes curry, and you know that's cool and everything. But just getting to smell like his mom's home cooked meals again, and being able to have like very wholesome, normal moments with his mom and stuff like that, it makes him appreciate it a little bit more. And I think anybody who is to go back in time, whether you loved your life or hated your life, anybody that is to go back in time, would see glimmers of nostalgia, like positive positive moments in your life that you really enjoyed living. Now maybe that's not for everybody, but at least for Satoru, he gets to appreciate it again, and that only like strengthens his resolve to figure out the murders or to solve the murders and stop the murderer, whoever that may be. We haven't really got any leads outside of that one nigga who decided to wear a red rum apron. I still haven't gone back to see if I was right about that shit, but that was sus as hell. But yeah, it's his appreciation for his life and his understanding of what was going on is better now, because one, he's getting a second chance, but two, he's getting to see it through the eyes of a 29-year-old. Even when he sees I forget her name, Hanazaki, I think is her name, in the snow again, or in that park, he was like, I probably just thought that she was weird, like that time that I saw her when I was a kid. I probably just like, oh, she's weird, and I went about my day, seeing moments of like seeing like bruises on her and stuff like that. Obviously she's being abused. Yeah, you know, that sucks. You know, he probably just brushed it off as a kid, but seeing it through his adult eyes, or seeing it as with his adult mindset through his childlike eyes, he can see it as it is now, and now have another appreciation for what's going on, what's actually going on. And you know, just to talk about I think her name's Hanazaki, a little bit more, is that she even like speaks like somebody who's being abused, like seeing her, which, by the way, if I'm the teacher, right, and my student, you know, I've never been a teacher, but I'm just guessing, if I'm the teacher and my student writes a fucking poem about wanting to be on an island far, far away where there's no people, no, and specifically says my mom's not there, you know, and saying like when I think about the town and me not being in it, you know, it makes me happy. You know, Nick, if I read that, I'm calling some type of civil service, or I don't know who I'm calling, but I'm making a couple calls. I'm calling CPS. I'm calling crimes against children. I'm calling whoever I'm 911, the Lord. I don't know who I'm calling, but I'm calling somebody. I am calling somebody if I'm the teacher, and I'm gonna guess that like it's an essay. She had to, like, he or she, is the teacher a guy? I think the teacher's the guy. He had to read that essay. Why would you not call somebody? Like, maybe it's the whole like Japanese thing of like I don't want to meddle in things that don't have anything to do with me, you know, trying not to be that person that meddles in families problems and stuff like that. But dear God, my nigga, she's talking like she that entire essay was like from the point of view of somebody who is constantly caged, like wanting to be on an island and alone and free and stuff. That's somebody who specifically like is put into a situation where she is abused and if not literally, like mentally and emotionally caged or closed up. Sounds like some Harry Potter shit where like you put somebody in a fucking broom closet and you just have them sit there for however long, because fuck them, and they get to go on like their like their ideal place to be is like some magical off by themselves like place where they can express their own kind of free, like it just screams I'm being abused. So as for the teacher to not say a damn thing, maybe okay, I don't know. I like nothing. I'd be like I don't know. I don't know. If I was one of the staff, I'd be looking at the teacher sideways like, dude, you read that and you didn't, whatever. Point being is that she is going through a lot at home. And we even see with them talking in the park, saying like, you know, how they pretend to be okay, and they pretend to be you know, normal people when they are not, you know. And credit to Satoru, sometimes faking it till you make it is the way to go. Because if you continue to tell yourself that you are this, you are this, you are this, it's that self fulfilling prophecy of like positive affirmations, saying yes, I will become this. You know, I will be better at this. I will make friends. I will do whatever, you know. And eventually, like, if that is your dream, as the one girl said in the last episode, that's your dream, and you continue to tell yourself that, you don't really think about failing. You eventually become that. That is the fake it till you make it a philosophy. So for them, for Satoru and him explaining it to Hanazaki, I think her name's Hanazaki, I don't know, I may be saying it wrong. It's a good way to to set her on the right track, which is what we try to do here. Because what her being so closed in and straying away from everybody is what got her, you know, in a situation that she was in where she was found dead. So yes, if they can both just continue to give themselves positive affirmations, eventually they will become that person. It becomes easier to be that person. There's nothing wrong with being a better person, even if that means that you have to trick yourself into being a better person. So I really like that moment. Also, just a random thing to say, but this show is really fucking pretty. I don't know how to explain it. A1, when I think A1 Pictures, I'm thinking more like flashy, like Sword Art Online kind of thing, things going on. But they did a really good job of like having things have this colorful monotone look to everything, that seems so realistic but beautiful and pretty in some aspects. They just did a really good job with the animation. It's not too over the top, it's just right. Like, it just seems so grounded. It's such a grounded animation, I think is the best way to put it. But it still looks great. But yeah, this episode was kind of heavy. I'm not gonna lie. This shit was pretty heavy. Now, with the whole revival thing and being, you know, kind of rewriting history, or you know, history or whatever, what he's doing, when you start messing with time, a bunch of weird, like, you don't really know what kind of time travel you're dealing with. Like, will things be predestined? Like, are things predestined? Are you just prolonging the inevitable? Like, that may be something that's going on there. You may not be changing anything. You may just be pushing it back to a different, timeline, or to a different point in the timeline. We don't know yet. We don't really know how his actions will affect the future, because he hasn't really taken many actions to affect the future just yet. But now it seems like this is where his deviation like truly begins. Like, he's been doing different stuff, like I'm gonna, let's have a birthday party, let me be friends with Hanazaki or whatever her name is, all this other stuff. But him being like, okay, this is the last time I saw her before they found her body, so whatever happens tonight or very soon is a pivotal point in the timeline. So this is where things get, to me, this is where things get interesting, is making very stark differences in the timeline that you remember, from the timeline that you are now in. Hopefully, I'm fingers crossed, we actually find a way to prevent everything that was happening in the future. But it's going to be hard as a 10-year-old. you're going to have to employ the help of other 10-year-olds is what I'm guessing. And it's not going to be easy, especially since you're going to be, as a 10-year-old, you're one, your opinion isn't going to be super valid. Two, like, just like outside of just like physical strength, you're not going to be able to do much. But your opinion is not going to be super valid. You're going to need hard evidence, and it's hard to get as a 10-year-old without just going into the front lines. He would have to be like in the front lines of the killer. But as I said, if we don't know his or hers motives or anything like that, it's hard to know. It's hard to know. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I also wonder how much of his life will he have to live out, in order to make sure that this doesn't happen. I think with it being 12 episodes, with this show being 12 episodes, I don't think that he keeps going back in revivals and stuff, like on some time or some Steins Gate type shit. But I do wonder how far into his life he'll have to live, in order to, get this done. Now it was apparently like a gap in his memory where I don't know if he got hurt or around that time, apparently, that she disappeared, or that the guy went to jail. I don't know if he got hurt, was like put into a coma or something like that, where he just doesn't remember. But that could also pose a problem for our, what we're trying to get done here. So we'll see. This show so far has kept my attention. I'm always a little worried about starting a new show, and especially when I'm doing reactions to them, because it's just like, well, what if it sucks? I just don't don't watch it. But still, it sucks to get into a show and it not be super great, but luckily for at least these 2 episodes, it's kept my attention, and it's been interesting enough for me to keep watching. So excited to see what happens next. Hopefully we get a little bit into the I hate to say it, but the home life of Hanzaki, or whatever her name is. I hate that I don't remember her name, but hopefully get into like the home life or what's going on there. It looked pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, it looked pretty bad. So If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more erased or something totally different, the best place to that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. If you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. We also have Discord if you want to talk more erased or anything else that we're watching on the channel. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it is. Y'all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.